Debnath to address this gathering.
So, good afternoon to everybody. Little louder.
Good afternoon.
Yes, that it is, and I bring a big namaste to you all from India. As I was introduced that I am from Mumbai, India. So a big namaste to you all. I really feel very honored to stand on this stage this afternoon. It's really a beautiful feeling to be amongst lovely teachers from Sri Lanka and also all the dignitaries who are seated in front of me. So much of learning is happening since morning. I was hearing you all and it was amazing to hear each one of you, those who have spoken so far. So friends, now you have a teacher speaking to all these lovely teachers. The first thing, which always comes to my mind is how teaching, learning process should be. That is what, it keeps on coming to my mind, and I keep on, thinking about it more and more and try to change myself according to these situations, that how to be a teacher, how to be a better teacher, how to be the best teacher. These things keep on always moving in my mind. So as I am mentioning this thing to you all, a story is coming to my mind too. So stories after another story coming from, there was a great king in India, King Akbar, Emperor Akbar, great person, Emperor Akbar. So Emperor Akbar was a very powerful emperor and he used to respect the knowledge, wisdom, special skills of various people. So all the learned people of the kingdom were aware that Akbar is going to honor them if they are having some special skills. So there was one person in his kingdom who was highly educated. He was a master in various languages. He was master in the art of philosophy. So he was very happy about his knowledge, about his wisdom. So he thought that I must pay a visit to Akbar's court, and if Akbar values the knowledge, educated people so much, he will certainly give me a job. So he went. But there is a red tape. Red tape existed in those times also. So he gave his application, and somebody who did not even understand, I think, that how good he was, he kept the application somewhere at the side. And then 2-3 times he visited, and when he reminded the clerks over there that I had put up an application, I have this qualification, that qualification, so that clerk told him, all right, I will give you a government job. And what job he was given? He was given the job to take care of the poultry. Poultry, just imagine, such an educated person, he was given the job of the poultry. So first he was very upset, what work he has given me. But then he started his work. Now Akbar had a habit to check his accounts every month end. He said, 0 cost? What happened to my chickens and hens? What happened to them? I will go for an inspection. So Akbar went with all his battery of ministers for the inspection. And he went over there and he found that all the hens have become very healthy. Number of hens have also increased. So he said, 0 cost. So this gentleman was called. He said, how did you manage this 0 cost and such good results? So he said, sir, nothing. What happens, your kitchen is so large, every day so much of food is cooked over there, and ultimately something is left, they throw it away. So he started gathering all this food and he started feeding the hens. So cost became 0, but hens were healthier. Number of hens also increased. So Akbar said, oh, you are so good, so smart. Now this fellow started thinking, wow, I will get a good job now. He said, you are fantastic. I make you in charge of the library. Now Again he said, library. He was expecting some, good job. Library. He said, okay, library. So he started doing his work for the library. Then again, 1 month ended. Again, Akbar sat with his books of accounts. And then he sees, library cost has become 0. 0 library cost? What is happening to my books? I will go for an inspection. So he went for an inspection, and when Akbar went to the library, mind you friends, what he found over there? All the books are having silk covers. Beautifully arranged, silk covers. And cost is 0. Who is in charge of this library? Bring him to him. Bring him to me. So again the same fellow comes in. He says, are you a magic? Wherever you go, you make the cost is 0. And how did you manage all this? He said, nothing, sir. So many people send you applications, letters every day. To wrap it up, they all wrap it up in silk and they give it. And then it is thrown away. So I told the royal tailor that don't throw these. Make covers for the book with this. So cost is 0. Now Akbar paid a good attention to this fellow. He said, this person is something of a genius. He said, tell me about yourself. Who are you? So then he got his opportunity. He said, I am expert in so many languages. I know mathematics, I know economics, I know philosophy, blah, 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 blah. He went on. Then Akbar said, what are you doing in the library? What were you doing at the poultry? He said, sir, what I was doing my work. That was a job given to me. So then Akbar said, sorry, we did not treat the expert well. And he was made one of the 9 jewels of Akbar. Famous 9 jewel. So his name was, he became very famous in front of the world as Mullah Do Pyaza. Everybody knows his name. So that was the journey. So, did you find the story interesting? Yes? Can I hear a yes? If you found it? Yes. Wow, fantastic. So you found the story interesting. But what lies at the bottom of this story? What comes to your mind? What was so special about Mullah Do Pyaza? That he was able to perform anywhere, wherever he was sent. What lies at the bottom of it? Sorry ma'am? Attitude, positive attitude, I 100% agree to you. But there was something more.
He used this knowledge wherever he went in the proper way.
Absolutely right. And that is what a learning process should be. That in whichever situation you are, you should be able to apply it in a successful manner to get huge success. That is what is the bottom line of this story. So if we are talking here today about how education should be like this. Teach one line, but that one line should go to your student's heart in such a manner that whatever situation you are putting in that person, he is able to perform. Learn kiya, bhul gaye, tomorrow we are writing something else, that is of no use, always remember that. So education should be like that little bit whatever you have, whatever knowledge you have, it should be applicable. And your children should be in a position to apply that in any situation in a successful manner. Do you all agree to the same? I say yes, yes. I would like to hear like that. Now continuing in the same line. Since we are talking about how education should be, education should also be fun, remember that. Because if the child is feeling pressured about learning something, it never reaches the heart, it never reaches the mind. Very momentary. He will mug it up, give the exam, pass it away and forget after that. But if the learning is done in a fun way, that learning remembers lifelong. So, coming back to it, education should be application based, should be practically oriented, plus education should always be fun. It should never be a pressure. And when I say pressure, not only pressure upon the child, it should not be a pressure on the teacher also. If the teacher is under pressure, teacher is also not performing 100%. So, it should be fun for both the parties. Going a little further, how education should be? Education should be such that the person who is educated is creative also, is constructive also, and the person should be able to take his knowledge to the next level. So if I say 1 and 1, 2, then the person who has learned that 1 and 1, 2 should be in a position to create something bigger than that. Then it becomes true education. And the last thing, the educators should always be open to continuous evaluation. I mean, how evaluation? Evaluation on papers? No, no, no. No. But how the evaluation? This is something, when I learned during the COVID pandemic. All of a sudden, all the teachers were asked to move to the online platform. So I remember the first day when I was taking my online class. I'm staring at a screen. I'm asking all these people to switch on their camera. Nobody switched on their cameras. So I was looking at a blank screen and chota sa one side my face was coming on that. So I was saying, what is happening? Then one idea came to my mind. I just sent a message to all the parents that you are also welcome to join the class along with the students. And moment you give this chance to mummies and papas, so they made the child also sit. They also sat with them. Every camera was on after that. And then, we had a beautiful interactive session not only with the children, but parents were also involved. And I still have those messages with me, okay, as the class used to get over. Immediately I used to get loads of texts from mummies, papas about what good I did in the class. And that thing was so encouraging. And it motivated me to prepare the lessons the best. Because I knew that there are people who are evaluating me sitting in front of the camera. So, being open to evaluation actually, helped me in a big way to prepare myself better. Every day I used to think of doing something new, something in a different manner. So, overall impact of this kind of a learning process, which most of the people said boring, not good, could not do good, I could have done better otherwise, I don't have that complaint. I don't have that complaint. Rather, I have a huge pool of good comments, good feedback coming from the other side of the party. So let me sum it up together. How the teaching learning process should be? Should be number 1, practically applicable. Let's say it together. It should be. Then it should be next after that. It should always, add to something more than the value I am adding. It should be something more than that. And lastly, the process should always be kept open for regular evaluation so that each day I improve than what I was. And this is the kind of education we need in today's time and all the coming days for the future. It was lovely speaking to you all. Thank you so much everybody. Thank you.